After a long two-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. Either one of those, now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
And this is one receiver you have to slow down defensively, whether that's pressing him at the line, throwing extra defenders at him, rolling coverages his way. You can't let him have a big ball game. They were targeting him right away, but that one, incomplete.
In motion, the tight end. Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Rams first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw is Stafford. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Los Angeles.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. It was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 35, here's the second down and 6. Throwing is Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll throw with May. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
47-yard line.
Again, it's Henderson. Dances by him. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's second.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And it's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Rams 3.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Stafford. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Rams.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Christian Gonzalez up to make the play.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. And we've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. 7-3 the score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And this one complete to Smith. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Now Stafford will set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams from 4 yards out. And the Rams have retaken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nice little juke. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Throwing here is May. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's May. Complete, Hunter Henry with the grab. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 6. Here's May. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Xavier Smith deep for L.A. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Stafford now to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
Rams.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
New England on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Stafford looks to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. 23 yards on the play.
The Rams 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Slot man moves right. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. New England's offense set to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Looking to put a drive together. They go play action now. May. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. May going to give it to Henderson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now he'll try to run with this. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. To the air, May. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
For the Patriots.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. From the gun, here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw is Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here now, 2nd and 4. To the air again, Stafford. Finding room at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's May. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 34-yard line.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. The slot man in motion right. They'll throw with May. Gets this complete to Butte. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
We're going to throw. May. They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some stats get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He finds Douglas complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard after the 43.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They run once more with Henderson. He'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Play action, May. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's taken down inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Throwing here is May. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The extra point now for Borregales. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Stafford. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33.
First down.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Williams, running right. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They run it again with Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams from 19 yards away. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
They'll going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Gets around him. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Running left is Henderson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Right back to Henderson on 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trevion Henderson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Borregales now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43.
And the Rams' 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down at 28. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Stafford. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Now Williams running left. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now still down one. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths. But it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied fourth quarter as it kicks away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New England trying to get to place on offense. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. To the air, May. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Douglas, the man in motion. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. LA set to take over again on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and a yard. Here's Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Now it's Stafford. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the shotgun, it's May. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A give for Henderson running to the right. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6 coming up. We're going to throw. May. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Run flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Henderson running straight ahead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. To throw, it's made. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams down 27-24, a little over 50 seconds remaining. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on 1st down. Now Stafford. Screenplay set up for Williams. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
23 seconds, all that remain as they come up on a 2nd down. Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Point after here coming up.
For the extra point.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Makes the score Rams 31.
So that drive, 4
Patriots
plays.
27.
And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. He gets this complete to Diggs. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's 1st down. Back to throw. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. The Rams have won the Super Bowl. And they will get the Lombardi Trophy. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the